Undead Parish. Okay.
So frustrating.
You're gonna want to go downstairs past Andre into the forest.
Into the forest. I killed the big dude in here, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you haven't, you're probably strong enough to handle him now if you'd like to deal with him.
Yeah, he did.
Dark Souls likes that old school gameplay like layout where they'll put really overpowered levels early on, or overpowered enemies early on in the game for you to come back to kill. Alright, when you hit Darkroot Garden, like the minute it says it, spike hard right, because there's like a deviation, it lets you go into a different area. You've been here before, we've talked about this. You're like, I found another area.
Yeah.
But, like, we can't co-op down here, so this is going to be solo. So, like, walk up there and get to where the little white glowing flower is at the edge of the cliff and let me know that you're there.
Oh, I think I passed out here. Let me...
You're already past it? You're working your way down?
Yeah, I, went down the small hill and I'm going, cut left down to the,
Yeah.
bigger hill.
There's just... This is very tricky how the path here works. So, you're going down, you're probably near some fireflies. It said Darkroot Basin already, or no?
Not yet.
Let me know when it says Darkroot Basin. Okay, we're right at the same spot. Keep going down. Keep going down. It's going to 180 again. You're going to go down to the right. Yeah, that's like pretty simplistic and pretty obvious. Then you're going to 180 again. You could take the high path for an item. If you've already taken that, you can go the low path here. And then when you get down there, you're going to 180 again. And this is going to go to a Black Knight using the same weapon as you, the halberd. But there's a bonfire just beyond him, and he's a mini boss, so killing him makes him die forever. So like, keep following this path and then kill the Black Knight, and then just beyond him, there's a cave with a bonfire in it you're going to rest at.
I already killed him, I guess. He ain't here.
Hell yeah. So go rest at the bonfire so that that's... Yeah, go ahead and rest at that bonfire so that that's your checkpoint.
Okay.
Because you have like a little bit of an undertaking here. It's not like huge, but you do have a little bit of like a thing to do here. After resting, head on up.
The way I came, but deeper in the cave.
Yeah. Start going up the way you came, yeah, but don't go all the way up. Just to where you like level out, and like keep going forward, if that makes sense. Like as you were coming down, instead of going on, you 180'd one final time to find this bonfire. Go forward past that area, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah. And keep going
And
down.
you'll end up in the woods with the crystal golems, and this is what you got confused with Seath's area, right? So one by one, you should work your way across these woods, like killing the crystal golems. But let me warn you, unless you've already dealt with it, in the back of this area is a Hydra sitting in the lake. Okay, he can spit water bombs at you, so you'll have to keep your eye out for that while you're dealing with some of these, because he aggro's very, very far away. Like he'll start attacking you from a very large distance. But you want to try to get rid of like a lot of these crystal golems so that it's just you and the Hydra. You don't want any distractions because you have to kill that Hydra.
Yeah, I tried to fight him whenever I was exploring here, and he like one-shot me, and I was like, all right, getting out of here.
He's not as bad as he seems. You just got to get rid of the crystal guys first, and then like there's a trick to him. One more crystal golem for me, and I'm getting down there. My golems are down.
I think I got one more.
Okay, if you've got one more, I'm just going to start telling you. Upon killing them all, you're going to want to get down to the shoreline where he is, and then, like, step into the water a little, but don't go too far out. Even if there's an item, don't go out. He'll start doing a bite attack onto the ground, and when he does the bite attack any of his heads. You can start cutting them off one by one when he starts doing them. Stop doing the fireball or the water ball attacks, please. There we go. He's doing the bites. All right, stand up and then just swing. I'll take one of them off in like one swing. Yep, I took a head off. That's one. I keep my shield up while he does the attack, and then I hope I don't get hit, but if I do, my guy just, like, loses his stamina, and then I attack one of the heads that are close to me. Four heads left. Three heads left.
No, not the water. Ouch.
Two left. I killed it. Alright, cool. I didn't even have to cut all the heads off because of how much each hit that I did damage-wise landed.
Oh, he's dead.
You got him?
Yeah.
Good job. Okay, now that you defeated him and he's no longer a threat, looking at the lake, look to the left and you'll see a waterfall, right?
Yeah.
Run around the shore of the lake to the left side, and then follow the shoreline and start walking against it. There's no secret thing behind the waterfall. You just need to get to the back of the lake, and there's like walkable ground, so long as you're like hugging the left wall the whole time, okay?
Yeah. This feels very refreshing.
What do you mean?
The water.
Oh.
See color again after that abyss.
Oh, don't go
area.
back here. I lied. You're not coming back here yet.
Oh.
Do you have any homeward bones?
Yeah.
Use a homeward bone. You have to kill the Hydra, then come back down and go through that space.
Alright, Darkroot Basin.
You'll have first killed the Hydra in Darkroot Basin and placed the Lord Vessel. So we've done both of those things now.
So where am I going now?
Back to where you were, basically. Out of the cave, up to the lake. There won't be a Hydra there because he was a boss. He's gone now. And then, like, what my instructions were before, you're going to do it this time. Like, you're going to walk around the left side of the lake to the very back.
So we, like, had to leave the lake and then come back to the lake?
Yeah, if you want to be double safe about it, rest at the bonfire and warp to, like, in Orlando and then... Or no, not in Orlando, but, like, Undead Parish and then come back. It should just be that because you, like, warped and rested. Everything's fine.
Oh, I did not rest. Alright, let me run back and rest.
I used the thing. Let's show it back. Everything is spawned. If it's not spawned back here, I'll know for sure. So I think I finally figured out where Elden Ring lands in the term of what, in the sense of like where in the timeline of everything. I am really confident Elden Ring is a prequel to Dark Souls.
I've heard that theory that, like, depending on what ending you choose, it leads to a different universe. I don't know, like, any of what the
Yeah,
endings
you
are
only
or
had to
anything, but-
had to like use your thing to go back and rest at it. The thing that you're looking for is going to be here. At the very back of this cave is going to be a golden crystal golem, and you have to kill him.
Wait, in the back of the cave?
I'm not the back of the cave. I'm sorry. No,
Okay.
I described that wrong. When you like have already rested at the thing and gone back up, you're going to go to the lake where the Hydra was, and you're going to walk all the way to the back on the left side. And there's going to be a gold crystal golem at the very back of the lake. It's like in a cove-type cave area when you get back there. When you kill it, a woman will come out of it like as if she was trapped in the crystal, and her name is Dusk of Ulasil. She'll ask if you'll help her, and you'll say yes.
The water from this waterfall looks very nice.
Certainly looks like something.
Okay.
For a remastered game, I feel like they didn't give this game that much love. I feel like they just updated the frames and like made it look kind of okay in 4K. I don't know. I just
Do I need to go up the ladder?
no ladder. You're going to the back of the lake. Keep following it on the left side.
So like once I get to that next platform, keep going.
Yeah, like you'll go past the waterfall and there's like a ground area with a ladder, but don't stop there. Just keep following on the left side of the lake and keep going.
Gotcha. How are people supposed to figure this out?
Explore.
Like I'd be pissed if I like bought the DLC and then just could not figure out what to do.
Bro, this isn't even the beginning of it. Like, I mean, like, this is the beginning of it, but it isn't. Like, it's funny. You're gonna laugh. Like, how the fuck was I ever supposed to know this? Like, their DLC systems are, like, insane. It's so crazy, though, because even with that, this game was such a success, and people love all of it. People didn't complain about that. I complain about that in Elden Ring. They don't tell you where to go a lot of the times. Like, there's a point in the game I got stuck on for like a week, like getting on every day. I refused to Google where to go because I didn't want to. I have a policy, man. I don't like to fucking like stop playing my game to play my game. So I don't want to get off my game and get on my phone to be able to continue playing my game. You know what I mean? Like, that's just frustrating me. It breaks immersion. So there was like a week where I was stubborn about it and I refused to, so I explored this whole area of the continent as much as I could. Found so much stuff. Found places. I found places that my friends who'd beaten the game hadn't found. And I still couldn't find the way forward. And it was so infuriating. And they were like, dude, how have you not gotten past that area? And it wasn't until someone came to my house and pointed out where like the thing I needed was that I was like, oh my god, I didn't get that. Fuck.
Is that the woman? Oh god. And she's my size?
Amber's coloring and she's so cute.
Okay, I talked to the lady, I told her I'd help.
Alright, if you have any homeward bones, you can use them. Unfortunately, if you don't, you're going to have to walk your way back to that last bonfire, because you have to warp back to Anor Londo, and you have to kill that crystal golem I originally guided you to. It's so stupid, but he drops one of the items you need. I feel like he should automatically drop it, regardless if you've freed Dusk and talked to her, but I get it. It's a part of the DLC and functionality and things, but still. Disagree. Don't like.
I'm in Anor Londo. I explored this place a lot the other day. Found like all the
Anor
items I
Londo?
missed. Yeah.
Did you manage to get the door open that I fucked you out of?
Yeah.
Did you use the invasion item?
No.
If you go into that cathedral where you open that door and you use that black eye orb, you can invade Lautrec of Karim and kill him, and you get the other ring that I'm using that like boosts your equip load, your health, and your stamina all at once.
Oh.
I always have that equipped and the Ring of Havel, and it lets me use all this really heavy, incredible good stuff.
Is
But
that
it's
from
worth
the
doing.
black eye thing? Because I did get like a message saying that it was resonating
Yes.
or something.
That's exactly what it is. If you'd like, after we do a little bit of this DLC entryway shit, like, you could do that on your own if you have time.
Yeah, I might do that. Like whenever you hop off.
Intelligent move is intelligent. He has like two guys with him. It's almost like your first like introduction to an invasion. Like that's what it's meant to be. Like if you invade another player, they're probably going to have a summon with them. If they're playing online, they're probably looking to play with friends. So be prepared to have to fight one or two guys. But it's like you invade him and he's got two guys with him, so it's like a 1v3. But if you kill them, or at least kill one of them and they kill you, you can re-invade him and that person you killed is like permanently dead. So like you can chip away at it if you have to.
With how powered up we are, I think it'll work out.
Yeah, you should bang his shit out, no problem. It should be a joke.
I see the crystal, I just gotta clear all these other guys real quick.
Yeah, I'm killing them myself right now. Fucking spellcaster in the back room just hit me in the chest because he was fucking taking pot shots. Rude motherfucker. Do you know if you tap the X button multiple times while drinking Estus, you'll just keep taking gulps instead of having to do multiple animations?
Yeah.
I love that about that.
I thought that was pretty cool. Attention to detail in an older game like this.
Alright, I got the first part.
Oh, jeez. Oh, they killed me. Dude, like, hit me with magic to flinch me, and then, like, 3 of them hit me at once, and then he got me with another thing of magic, and just all killed me so fast.
Big annoying.
Pull a lever.
Ground clearance, wheelbase, break in the windshield. That's you made a jerk. It was caught on video. I know I said that's unlawful. That's more mistakes in the last couple of weeks of you making.
Disagree. I'm not going to comment because I don't want to be petty and start an argument on Facebook with anybody, but the person who commented on your thing, Stephen Queensberry, about toning down for rating, after seeing how they were doing people in Multiverse of Madness, no. Like, it was quote-unquote PG-13, but people were getting eviscerated in that movie.
And then Doctor Strange, people's heads blowing up and stuff.
That's what I meant, Multiverse of Madness. So like,
No.
when I see the Daredevil thing, like, I saw like you and your friend like talking on that post you shared. I'm excited about like the new series, but I don't think they're gonna tone it down. I don't. The fact that they let Sam Raimi kill people the way they did, no. They'll let the creator get graphic with it if they need to for their writing.
I think they've been experimenting with it, trying to see how far they can go.
They've gotten really dark with that shit lately.
Yeah.
They did it with Moon Knight too. That scene where that guy got cut open and fucking gutted. I was like, whoa, dude, am I watching Moon Knight or a fucking horror movie? What is
Feels
this?
like the standards for PG-13 have been changing a lot lately.
Definitely. I'm going to be honest, man. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not going to be the extremely overprotective parent, but when I have kids, like, they're not going to watch shit like that, like, at 13. Like, that could be, like, seriously damaging. I see some of that stuff and I'm fucked up by it. Like, I'm left thinking about it all fucking fucked up. Like, no way, dude.
I think it depends on the kid.
It definitely could, but, like, it's one of those things where it's like, you created a life and you get one chance to raise it. Do you want to risk that this is the thing that fucks them up or corrupts them or hurts them? Like, if they're that young, I don't know, man. I know it doesn't seem like a big difference, but from like 13 to 15, I feel like that's enough. Like, you can wait till you're 15 to see some of this shit, man.
I used to have nightmares because my parents are divorced, and when I would go see my dad, he would like just want me to do whatever I wanted. just to like win my affection. So like I would watch like Terminator and stuff, and Terminator scared the crap out of me. Still kind of does when you think about it, because it's like they were just regular people, you know? Like they didn't know what was going on. Then like robots from the future were like, one day you're gonna be important. We need to kill you, which is a very real possibility still.
I saw this really interesting theory about like time travel because you're talking about that, and basically what I saw said like time travel does exist and has already been created and like sorted out, but we don't have like space travel sorted out. And like the way the guy explained it was really fascinating. He was like a conspiracy theorist, and it was pretty believable.
I know
what he
what
said
it is. It's like the Earth moves, so if you're
Yup.
in time travel, you're in the middle
you'll
of
end up in space or in the Earth. Like you can't, yeah, you can't actually like. And I was like, I kind of believe that. That's very believable.
It's fascinating because like
really
it's
is.
such a simple concept, but nobody ever thinks about it. So I died again, so I might need to do that glitch on some humanities.
If you have them, then for sure. Just probably wait to do them until after you've gotten the pendant from the thing.
Yeah, I already did. I'm going back down the elevator toward the next bonfire.
You already
the
got it all back
previous.
then?
Not yet. I'm going to the bonfire now, and then I'm going to do all that.
Okay. When you're done getting your 99 humanities back and reversing your hollowing, you need to go back to Undead Parish and go back down to the lake where you met Dusk of Ulasil after killing the Crystal Golem. There's a portal there that you need to interact with now. And then immediately we're going to be like at a bonfire that leads to a boss, like through a thin hallway, so we can do a summon real quick and kill a boss together back to back. You're gonna meet fucking Magnificent Chester, or whatever the fuck his name is. Can I see what you're coloring it? Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Can we frame that? I really think we should. I think you should continue to do your best the way you are, because you're very clearly paying attention to every little detail, and it's gorgeous because of that. And I think you should be very delicate and cut it out, and we should frame it. I think that's really pretty.
Dude, you're so getting laid tonight.
I mean, yeah, but that's beside the point.
Got the humanities, picking the
She's
other
got
ones
this,
back
like,
up.
this really neat, like, I know this sounds, like, silly to say out loud, but when you see it, it's impressive. It's like an adult coloring book. It's like a coloring book, but, like, every page is, like, a super intricate, gorgeous, detailed, like, design or something. Like, not something a child would have the patience for, you know? And she's coloring this image. It's like a bicycle, but, like, instead of, like, what you might imagine traditionally with, like, a little basket on the front, the wheels are just, like, all flowers, like, all floral imagery. Like, flowers, like, bleeding through the picture. And it's just fucking really pretty, and she's like coloring it all like different colors and shit, and I'm just like, I'm super into shit like that. It's super cheerful and like pretty. That's the type of shit I'd want to wake up in the morning, take a fat bong ripper, and just like stare at on the wall like, yes.
Fat shit.
Take a fat shit? What? What are you talking about? I mean, it wouldn't be bad in the bathroom to look at, but no.
I honestly
was
thought you
thinking-
were going to say the same thing.
No, take a fat bong rip and then just like let the THC settle into my brain as I stare at this incredibly gorgeous, beautiful, colorful image to set the tone for my day. It's gonna be a good one.
I'm back in Anne Orlando.
You need to go to Undead Parish.
Oh, Undead Parish. Whoops.
Yeah, it's okay. You need to go to the lake again, where Dusk of Ulasil was when you freed her from the crystal. There's going to be a portal there now after you've gotten the broken pendant.
Gotcha. Undead Parish.
Have you used all your miniature souls to level up yet?
No, I can do that. real
Yeah,
quick.
do that as you spawn. I just keep trying to remind you, because, like, I know it's easy to just... The minute you walk away from a bonfire, you get, like, 10 steps away, and it's like, well, I just might as well keep going. But like, it's so easy to keep doing that and forget. So how far do you live from Charleston, approximately?
Charleston, I would say
North
like
Charleston.
hour and 45.
Okay.
I'm over by Columbia.
Yeah, you moved out of that area.
But my parents still live there, so like I can go there whenever.
Well, we're planning something, and honestly, Briss, I love you, man. Like, I really love playing games with you, and like over the last like, I'd say like year or so, like I feel like we become a lot better friends than we were like before that. It's really cool, and I obviously want to hang out with you and Jacob if he's interested. We have something we're planning, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's for Saturday, July 2nd. I don't know. Obviously, that's in the future far enough that you may not even know if you're working that day or not.
I
But
have
like,
a year schedule. I can look right now.
if that's something that you can plan for or like not, I'd just like to tell you what we're trying to do. We're trying to do an everybody's birthday celebration. All of us in our friends group, like Armada, Zach, you know, our buddy 8 Glizzy on Xbox, James, everybody in this like friends group, we all have like really like stretched out birthdays like across the year, and we're not really able to link up and like celebrate them together, and it's a little bit of a bummer because it's one of those things where it's like, as like, you know, like the friends that we are, we should be able to celebrate our birthdays together. So I figured, and I started to think about it, like, what if we did a birthday celebration in July, like on that Saturday, where like, even though it's technically none of our birthdays, we all celebrate it like it's our birthdays together. We go out, we like do something together, have some drinks, go get food, and then I think the end of the night would be really cool if, and I've run it by him. We're all on board for this. Like, everyone's doing it. So I'm extending the invitation to you to see if you would like to do it, if you and Caleb would like to come. You and Jacob as well. Like, Jacob can come. We're just going to make a shorthand list of everybody's names, figure out how many people are coming, and then hit a fucking dollar store and buy really corny, silly little dollar store toy aisle gifts for each other. And then just go to Aaron's house and, like, drink and exchange gifts and have a good time.
That would be cool. I am scheduled to work that day, but on the paper it's a gray day, so the plant's supposed to be shut down that day. So
It's July 4th weekend, technically.
Yeah. So as long as they're still planning on that, then you should be good to go.
Yeah,
But-
I totally get if you don't want to, like, if you have to work and you don't want to miss it or you don't want to take it off, because like money is money. But I feel like we're close enough, and like you're a good enough friend of mine now that like I really should involve you in that and invite you, and enough other people are familiar with you too that it's like, yeah, like you should be a part of this. So
Yeah, if I can make it, I definitely will. I'll have to let you know whenever it's getting closer to that date, whenever the plant says if they're actually shutting down there or not.
we'll know before Amber and I even leave the state of Michigan to come down there, and as a result, when we know, we'll make a secondary plan if it doesn't work out to still hang out, because I do want to see you. Even if it's just for an hour, I want to come over and hang out and drink a beer in your backyard and like hang out with you and Caitlin and hopefully Jacob if he's available too.
Yeah, Jake don't have a life. He should be good either way. And he's got a government job, so he's automatically off on Saturdays.
That's cool though, man. Government jobs don't like shine with appeal to most. They don't come off as like something that's like, oh, look how great this is. You work for the government. But like honestly, like when you look at it on paper, they're fantastic jobs and they take care of you for life.
Yeah. You get a lot of really good benefits, and
Oh yeah. Everybody that I know here in the state of Michigan that works for the state, like, and works for the government here, they all have like fantastic houses and their lives are taken care of really well. Like, it's impressive.
they get off on like holidays that I've never even heard of. Just all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. My girls are batting at each other and playing. It's so cute. Aw. Kiwi, you beating up your little sister? Show her who's boss. See, I was the first, bitch. Our cats are precious. Sometimes I think about some... Huh?
I'm walking past the waterfall now.
Awesome. Thank you for letting me know. I really appreciate that you're doing that now. Some of my tattoos I don't really regret, but some of my tattoos I do think about, like, later on down the line, if it fades, I start to think, like, some of these details may not be as obvious, and it might be harder to explain, so I get a little sad about. But there's 2 tattoos in my body that, like, I never get any kind of sad or negative feeling about, and it's the tattoos of my cats. Like, I love them so much.
I've been thinking about getting like tattoos of like their prints, like their paw prints.
Like their paw prints. I know a lot of that's very stylish and very like simplistic to do. It's a very good idea too. Do you have any tattoos at all, Briss?
No.
That's a good way to do it, especially if you don't have tattoos, because paw prints can be very small, discreet, and if you find out that tattoo paint is one that you're actually not able to tolerate and you don't like, you can sit through a few of those really quick and it's not so bad.
I've almost thought about getting almost like a list kind of thing on my back, just like little, I don't know, like pictures of different things that I'm interested in, like my favorite bands or games, and almost having it like side by side in columns and rows on my back.
It's whatever you want, man. The thing about tattoos is it's difficult. It's really difficult because it's like people have so many conversations about tattoos, and like the truth about tattoos is there is no book of tattoos. There is no one definitive like rule set for tattoos. Like no matter how great a tattoo artist is, no matter what comes out of their mouth, like it's not cemented as fact or absolute or the truth. Like so when it comes to tattoos, like the only thing you can hold with them is what it means to you and how you feel about it. If it's a dumb, shitty tattoo, but it makes you smile and makes you happy, like every time you see it, that's still a good tattoo. If it's a tattoo that has something to do with like something that means a lot to you, somebody that means a lot to you, something in life that happened that you treasure, that's a good tattoo. If it's a tattoo that you got in the spur of a moment, just because you saw it on your tattoo artist wall and you like it, and you think it looks cool, that's still a good tattoo. The only thing that matters is when you're on the other side of having put that ink on your body resonates with joy over what's taken place, and when you see it in the mirror, you're able to be happy about it and say, I'm glad that's on my body forever. Like, that's the main thing. You can't let other people spoil it with their criticism. You can't let other people, like, say things that are going to get to you. Like, it just matters what you want. So, like, honestly, you laugh and giggle, but, like, if that's what you wanted to do, like, just do it, dude. I try to incorporate my tastes and the things that I like into traditional style tattoos. Like I try to look at what comes out of traditional style tattoos, some of the like designs and concepts and ideas, and then I try to work in the stuff that I like. Like my artist did like this really neat snake that I have on my shin. She already had it drawn up, but I had her add some golden horns and some smaller details, and it's like Loki, because there's a scene in Thor Ragnarok where Loki's telling a story, and he's locked up, and then Thor tells a story, and Thor's story explains that Loki turns himself into a snake and scares him, and then transforms back into himself and stabs him. And it was an improv line by Chris Hemsworth, if you recall.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought that story was really funny and really awesome. But like the image and the idea, after seeing the Loki TV series and seeing like alligator Loki and thinking like, well, yeah, I mean, like I could see him being a snake too. Like I just had her give the snake 2 golden horns, and it's like a Loki snake now. So it's like this really dope traditional style tattoo. I see you at this bonfire.
Yeah.
I'm putting my sign down. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting. But it's just cool. I got this dope tattoo on my shin of like this cool snake with horns, and it looks traditional and neat, but also it's like a reference to my love and appreciation and everything that I like enjoy about the Marvel Cinematic Universe and all the joy that it's brought me. I saw some that I thought were really pretty and I kind of wanted, but I knew that they were popular images on the internet, so a lot of other people had probably already gotten them, so I don't like that. But they were like traditional floral tattoos, like flowers and stuff, but then like at the center of like a little bouquet in the same soft colors and soft like lines was like Captain America's shield, and I was like, yo, that's pretty. I like that a lot. But like I knew after seeing stuff like that, I was like, this is on the internet and popular for this reason. It's gonna fucking be on like a bunch of people in the next 5 to 10, so I can't. I go in tomorrow to get the inside of my left arm tattooed, like the space right underneath like your armpit on the inner bicep.
Sounds painful.
It's gonna hurt, yeah. It's one of the more sensitive spots. It's very painful.
This guy
Armada.
is awesome.
Yeah, the Sanctuary Garden, very cool.
He's like a, what do they call it? Like a lynx
Chimera.
or a chimera.
Chimera. There's a lot of different creatures in mythology and like in existence where they're like multiple animals in one. But when it starts to tread the territory of like something like this isn't recorded. A scorpion tail. Oh shit, he poisoned me.
It's hard to tell like who he's aiming at when he was
He's
running.
on me. I need to get this poison off me, so if you could hit him at least once so I can go on my inventory, I have to do that.
I'm
Thank
poisoned
you.
too.
Appreciate that. I just undid my poison. I'm rushing him now to get his attention so you can fix that. I'm fucking him up. There, he's dead. We're good. I don't know what's next. I don't remember what's next. I do kind of remember this area, but at the same time I don't. So to keep from like risking it, go back and put your sign down and do it in my world real quick.
Okay.
I love the ocean. I love the time I spent at Folly Beach. It was something that I really treasured. My grandma used to take me there when I was a kid. She was like my parental guardian for a really long time. There was some really messed up stuff in my home, and I couldn't be taken care of by my mom. But that's why I came to South Carolina, and like I love Folly Beach. She used to take me there from like when I was in sixth grade to at like 13 to like when I was in 9th grade before I went back to Michigan. Like Folly was our regular vacation spot. We would go out there. Me and my sister would swim in the waters, and she would relax on the beach. And then, like, when we tired ourselves out, we'd go up on the pier and get ice cream from that little shop and just enjoy it on the pier. And it was always, like, a really nice thing. And she passed away a few years ago, and it really, like, messed me up. And I took her ashes down to Folly Beach, and I laid them, like, in the ocean there, because it was, like, it felt right. It felt like the right place to lay her to rest at. Because she loved South Carolina, too, like, more than she did Michigan. We felt the same way about the places that we lived. And, I've wanted to get some kind of tattoo that could, like, commemorate my love of the ocean, something that relates to it, something that connects to it, something. And I finally got something that would also, like, become a good-looking, cool tattoo. So, like, on the inside of my left arm, I'm getting, like, a neat-looking squiddy boy. Get an octo squidski.
So then what made you move back to Michigan?
A couple things. In the end, I realized it was the wrong decision. I thought it was the right, but I was wrong.
Well, it seems like it worked out for you.
In the long run, yes.
So you got your cats, you got Amber.
Yeah, I do have a pretty good life because I came to Michigan. I can't argue that. I don't think that there's anything negative to say about that. You're right. I just, there was a lot of really rough and difficult stuff I went through when I came back to Michigan because of, like, a lot of stuff. It was a lot. My home life, my school life, a lot of stuff. It was a very traumatic experience that I went from, like, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, and then 9th grade, like the first of high school, having friends and being, like, cool with a lot of people, and not necessarily being best friends with everyone, but like almost everybody like that I grew up with in that class, like that group class, like knew my name, and we like I wasn't necessarily friends with everyone, but I wasn't like enemies or at anyone's neck, you know. Like I had a comfortable place in like the societal hierarchy of high school, if that made sense.
Mm-hmm.
when I came to Michigan, like, I had some people here that like remembered me from childhood, but none of that meant anything to everyone. It was like, oh, you're just a person. And then like there were some people here who didn't know me that like didn't care. And then obviously in high school here was like a big school with people that like I never went to school with. I got bullied hard when I came up here, and people like treated me like fucking garbage, and it was terrible. To the point where like it wasn't enough like I got bullied, like they like it was so fucked how it happened. Like it was like a psychological mind fuck upside down thing. I was bullied, and then almost as if like you would expect a bullied kid to bring a gun to school and become a school shooter, people thought because I was being bullied that would happen. So a rumor got started that I was going to do that, and it got around the school and to like the school corrections officer. And, like, the police from the local police department came to my apartment, like, with a warrant to search my apartment for a gun because they thought the rumor was true and that I had started it. Like, I got bullied, and then I got punished for my bullying by the police. Like, it was insane how bad it got. Like, my grandmother was in tears, like, waking me up one day, like, the police are on their way, like, and I'm like, are you fucking, like, teasing me? Like, is there some kind of, like, joke going on? Are you and my mom, like, planning some silly joke or something? But, like, sure enough, like, 2 police officers came to my fucking apartment, into my house, and like searched my closet and like shuffled through some of my shit. And I just told them like, dude, I don't have a gun. Like, I never said I was gonna bring anything to school. Like, I've been getting picked on lately, so maybe someone said something. Like, I don't fucking know, man. But like, I never said none of that shit.
I would have sued.
Who do I sue though, Briss?
Whoever made that decision. If they don't have any evidence to back it up or anything, then they're not allowed to do that.
But like, it's
You have to have
almost like
probable cause.
that's the thing though. Like, they knew that I was bullied, like, because the school counselors, I had talked to them about it. So it's like their probable cause was like, that's a thing that happens with kids. Like, they lash out, and if this kid's been picked on for so long and now there's this shit going on that like he's gonna bring a gun to school, he might actually do it. As far as anyone knows, like, that rumor came from my mouth. It didn't. I never said that. But that's just how high school shit is, you know?
Yeah.
It's fucking terrible. I hated it. The experience that everybody got in high school, like, or was supposed to get in high school, where it's like, those were the best years of my life with all of my friends, my girlfriend at the time, I was the varsity high school football dinkle dankle bonker. Like, I fucking wanted to kill myself, like, every single day that I was alive. And then after high school, I was like, I don't even know what to do because I spent so much of that time fucked up that I wasn't thinking about what I'm doing with my future.
I didn't have a great experience either.
Tell me about it.
Try.
Don't let me just talk.
I was pretty depressed and was shutting myself off a lot. So my mom kind of like forced me to go to therapy, and the therapist was talking all this crap like I was depressed because I was missing my dad and like all this other stuff. So it got my parents fighting again because my dad didn't want to hang out with me. My mom was like, he's depressed because of you, even though it didn't have anything to do with him. And then they put me on like a lot of...
I'm not trying to interrupt you, and I am listening. But after you've done all that, you can go through the bonfire room, through the boss room, and you should be able to find another bonfire right after. And then as you follow through that entire path, you're going to come to a concrete bridge. And that concrete bridge, I put my summon sign down on.
Okay.
Go on, though.
But they put me on like a lot of medications, and the medications just kind of made things worse. And yeah. Just made me a very like dull person. Even though I was just like angry and really like hated the world on the inside, but on the outside, just between the antidepressant medication and like ADD medicine, even though I didn't have ADD, I just no emotion.
I hear that a lot about people who go through those like types of medications. Like, it's not that it makes you feel good or better, it just turns off the bad and then you have nothing.
Yeah, that's exactly how it is. But on the inside, it's not that it turns it off, it's just it's hard to express it. But on the inside, it was just like so much anger. Because it was like, I shouldn't even be doing this. I don't need the medication. It has nothing to do with what these people are saying. How do they even know? I've never met this lady. Like,
yeah, very pushback-ish, like you weren't really into the idea of it.
yeah. But it got better. I would say To be where I am today, it was all worth it. It sucked at the time, but it brought me good things. I'm at the bonfire. I'm just looking for the sun.
No. You misunderstood me. I may not have said it clear enough as well, though I can't deny my own plausibility. I said go past that, and eventually you'll come to a stone bridge, and my sign is like in the middle of a stone bridge. Like that's as soon as I can put it down.
Okay.
There's a little bit of a forest here, but I kind of want to beeline it for like where we're going. There's a lot to explore and items and enemies you can kill, but I don't give a shit about any of that. I just want to get to the next like boss area and bonfire, and it's difficult because I actually kind of don't remember this area very well. My buddy James walked me through it. Well, you know James. James walked me through it, but like I still kind of have a memory of it. I know there's like some death traps I have to be careful of. I don't want to get fucked by. I'll be right back. I'm grabbing a beer.
The next day, we asked him again about the victims. Now all of a sudden, he knows.
Oh man, it's kind of fucked up though, because despite how bad my like high school experience was, and how horrible things were for me, like I kind of needed that abuse and that bullying, because the person, as much as I love her and as close as I hold her in my heart, like the person my grandmother was attempting to raise me into was a horrifically bad person. It was not good. A lot of enemies here. Watch out.
It seems like it's helping you help Death Set though, because I know he can be kind of socially awkward. And
like it's weird because like I don't want to make it sound like he's like a project or anything, or like something I'm trying to work on, but I really love that kid so much, like a little brother. Like he really is like the little brother I never had. And he's very socially awkward and like goofy, and it's not his fault. And I have so much compassion for him because of that. Like he went through so much with his cancer that like he was denied a childhood and like regular childhood interactions, and like I'm just running, follow me please. He was denied a lot of like what other people got, like, and how they got to develop and become like adults. Like he didn't get to do that, and it wasn't his fault. Like, who chooses to get cancer? That's not real. He got cancer in his leg, and then everything was fucked up. But like, at the same time, it's one of those things where it's like he's not a little kid anymore. So it's like you gotta kind of like start taking responsibility for it. So I really do want to help him be a better him. But he's in a very tight spot right now. And I know what you mean, like, it seems like it's, like, helping me to help him. Like, yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but it's just, I don't know, it kind of gives meaning to everything.
How everything
me,
connects.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. Some people, like, push back against that concept of, like, everything happens for a reason and shit, and they don't really like it like that. Man, this area is so fucking big and or disorienting. I gotta remember how to get around it. Yep, okay. Just running. I don't give a shit about these dudes. If you feel like you're getting overwhelmed or fucked up, just speak up. I'll help you and we can kill stuff, but this shit really don't matter.
I'm right behind you. Oh, God.
It's okay. That's Calamite.
You all let go. That was funny.
Yeah. You're being followed. Get around me and let me kill this thing. Oh, he fucked up just as I said that. Don't follow that. That leads you to your death. I remember all this. I experienced some really frustrating deaths here because there's some holes in the ground you can fall into that I didn't notice. I feel like if I had stayed in South Carolina, I wouldn't have experienced the bullying that I did here, and I wouldn't have experienced, like, some of the other negative aspects. But I also think that I wouldn't have grown nearly as much as a person, and I wouldn't have become, like, And this isn't to like stroke my own ego, but like I was just toxic, man. I was really toxic about a lot of stuff. I don't think I would have grown to become like such a healthy, like normal, okay man, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm still problematic in a lot of regards, but I'm like leagues better than I used to be. I really was, without exaggeration, that like monster drinking, angry over nothing, like hole punching in the wall Kyle type. Like it was fucking pathetic. Oh shit, I suck. I gotta focus up. There's a lot here. Little guys first. Alright, that guy's down. I'm sipping Estus. Hang on. Just stay alive, Brisk. Get away. Your life is more important than anything. Don't care. I don't care. You're pussies. I have to do some heals. I have to back away and do some heals, so you're alone. Oh, okay, you
They're
killed
dead.
them. Good teamwork, man.
Twinkling Titanite.
You just sent that dude's body flying. Did you see that, or was that only on my screen?
He's still
I don't know
living
how
in
you-
mine.
I don't know how you did that, but his fucking body went like 10 feet up into the air on my screen. I was like, whoa!
This looks like an elevator.
It sure is, buddy.
Oh my god.
Okay. So, over here is Marvelous Chester. He's from Yarnum in Bloodborne.
Oh, I know this guy. I've
Now-
seen him.
When you talk to him, he's gonna ask you some questions. Before you answer any of them, I need to ask you, do you want to fight him, or would you rather not? Because if you answer questions a certain way, he invades you and tries to kill you. If you answer questions a certain way, he will not. It's okay either way, I'm just wondering what you want.
Is there any benefit to not fighting him?
He's a merchant you can buy some things from. I think if you fight him, though, like... I think if you fight him, you get his outfit.
I think I'd rather fight him. I doubt I'm going to come all the way over here just to buy stuff from him.
Alright, let me make sure exactly which one you need to say to get to fight him.
Oh, kitty food, you're wrapped up in my wire. Thank you.
Once again, there is speculation that investigators are the Blue River case are back to square one.
Each day, there were requests from news media to provide information about the investigation. How close are you?
You think Bloodborne was already in development whenever they came out with this DLC? Or do you think this character just kind of gave them the idea of Bloodborne?
It was in development. Give me a second, I'll tell you exactly what the deal is.
It was a protest.
Okay, regardless of how you answer it, you have to kill him right here on your own if you want his armor. So you might as well just fucking cut his ass down. Fuck it.
I'm gonna
If
talk
that's
to
what
him
you
first.
want, like if you want his armor and stuff, like you can interact with him and talk to him, but like you might as well kill him.
Yes, of course. We are both strangers in this strange land. At least now there are two.
Oh, I can buy stuff from him now. Let's see if he's got anything worth it. Then I'll kill him. I'm gonna get some purple moss from him.
Remember, you have the jump on the man, so two-hand your weapon and deliver a really strong attack to start.
I'm gonna get some blooming purple moss.
I'm gonna drop something on the ground here for you to pick up after you kill him, too.
Should I pick that up now or after?
Go ahead, grab it.
Okay. Guardian Soul.
You, your job is
Oh, it's come to blows.
I can't help you, so just go nuts.
I've had enough of you anyway.
Switch weapons. Thank you.
Good job. I got
Snickering.
souls from you killing him, but I couldn't help you kill him. That's funny. That's really funny to think about. What a cheesy little thing for me to get. So, yeah, you remember how you went to the portal and got pulled through by a hand?
Yeah.
The same thing happened for him, but like from Yharnam, like the place where you're in Bloodborne.
That's interesting, because do the DLC there, you get grabbed by something that takes you to another dimension.
Yeah, dude. Because it's crazy. Bloodborne canonically takes place in someone's dream in the plot, right? But that doesn't mean what's happening in the dream isn't wait a minute, don't go through that. I'm just trying to talk to you. Technically, what's going on in that dream, it doesn't mean it's not real, you know? It's still a thing that's happening. And because of that, if something can take something from that dream and become reality or put something into it, it's just as real as anything else. So even though Yharnam is like what it is and Bloodborne's story takes place in the dream of something, like obviously Marvelous Chester here got pulled to Lordran by a mythical force. And we know that because of everything about the character. And what I was telling you was, so Dark Souls releases, right? The game comes out, and it's made by the From Software A-Team. The From Software A-Team begins to make this DLC, right? And as they're finishing this DLC's touches, they begin to spitball the idea of a Victorian London setting game next, which is Bloodborne, right? They start to do trials and tests, and they start to do concept arts. And as they do it, they decide to get a little cheeky with it, and they let a character from their Bloodborne ideas into this DLC. So the A team goes on from this DLC in this game to make Bloodborne, while the B team makes Dark Souls 2. So the people who made what we're playing right now went on to immediately make the people who made what we're playing right now went on to immediately make Bloodborne right after. For them, their work schedule literally went Dark Souls 1, Bloodborne. So yes, like that is like a direct connection. Like Marvelous Chester is from Bloodborne. The next thing I was going to tell you is this boss fight is Artorias of the Abyss. He's got some finessing, swiggly, swaggly moves, some pretty ridiculous strength. I told you Gwyn had 4 knights under him. Smaug wanted to be one, but Gwyn said he was too cruel and too brutal. Ornstein was one. He was a dragon slayer, the great dragon slayer Ornstein. There were 3 others. Hawkeye Gao, a great archer that is in this DLC that you can meet and interact with. A woman that, forgive me, I forget her name, but she's incredibly relevant to the story because she is this character here's lover, and the last one who is this character here, Artorias of the Abyss. The one whose ring that we took from his pet wolf. His pet wolf was guarding his grave, right?
Yeah.
Now, the story goes that Artorias traversed the Abyss and slayed the Heart of the Abyss and was the great hero that stopped the Abyss from spreading. But the truth is he fell to the Abyss and became corrupted like any other man. And we were the ones to go into the Abyss and stop it. Okay? I told you once before, everything that happens in Dark Souls, timeline-wise, happens out of order. Because the timeline in this continent, in Lordran, is distorted. The magic has fucked it up. So what we're playing right now is like a prequel to the main game.
Mm-hmm.
We fought his great Grey Wolf at his grave, but right now he's still alive. We're going to kill him and then descend into the Abyss and kill the Heart of the Abyss itself. Because he's been corrupted. And then the story will go that we are forgotten and our deeds are lost. It mentions that at one point in one of the lores that the things that we do are like forgotten and will like be given to others as their glories. Because like we don't do this stuff for our own sake. Like we do it for the greater good. And that's why the finale of this game specifically is you give up your entire soul to keep the fire burning so everybody else can keep alive and live.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm very ready. I'm glad you let me explain that. Thank you. Let's take on Artorias.
Oh, he looks wild. Oh, never mind.
He's one of his 4 knights. He's not going to be some goopy boy. He's considered the hardest, no, he's not. He's the second hardest of all of Dark Souls 1. The hardest is the final boss of this DLC, but This guy ain't no fucking joke.